All right, this segment is sponsored by Trey Harrell Law. It's another edition of Trey Helps. Attorney Trey Harrell joins us with much more. Always good to have you on the show because you bring us a plethora, an orchestra of information.
An orchestra of information. I like that.
Yes, you like that, huh?
I like that. That's clever. That's why you make the big bucks. Coming up with stuff like that. I like that. Orchestra.
Let's talk about a very high rating that Charleston just recently received, which
top 10.
Top 10, which is not a good rating.
Yeah.
A new report ranked Charleston among the worst cities for drivers in 2025. What's behind that ranking? Just lousy drivers, or people that come in from other parts of the country?
Yeah,
I'll just say that.
Tourist traffic definitely plays a part, but it's not the only thing. I mean, we've got a whole host of things. They bring in that record. To get that survey, they used insurance claims, traffic tickets, DUIs, which we rank way too high in, all of the various things that have come in to make that ranking and put it together. And it's just, it's not an award we wanted to win. Yeah,
you're talking about the different things that put into factor of why that rating, and you were talking about speeding is one, DUIs, and for some reason we have a lot of DUIs here. And then also distracted driving, such as on the cell phone, that sort of thing. And I mean, that occurs. We know now that there is a law that you cannot have a
hands-free law.
Hands-free law.
And a lot of that stuff does come into play. Distracted driving is probably one of the biggest, but the thing that keeps me up at night and really bothers me is the driving under the influence. People that are getting behind the wheel after that. Uber, which if you need one for this weekend, TreyHelpsYouUber.com.
I saw your commercial the other day.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Go snag one. Want to make sure we want to do what we can to change that rating, but TreyHelpsYouUber.com, and you can snag that $10 voucher. But that's the thing that really bothers me with what's going on. Not so fun fact, 43% of all traffic fatalities in South Carolina are DUI-related.
Wow.
So, I mean, just think about how many, if we could get those DUIs down, how many of traffic fatalities we could prevent.
Yeah.
Right? And so, and so we've already got labeled as some of the worst drivers in the country in Charleston, and we've got all the DUI problems in South Carolina. We need to just do whatever we can to kind of bring that back down.
When they look at Charleston, I mean, we have other cities that are in the state of South Carolina, Columbia, Greenville, and Myrtle Beach, and down in Hilton Head. Those were ranked lower than we were?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think a lot of it has to do, with infrastructure.
We're going to get into that in just a minute.
So I'll hold off till we get into that. But I think that all over the state, we've got massive issues with all kinds of things. Drinking and driving is the problem here. 7.1 per 100,000 people in South Carolina is involved in a traffic is a traffic fatality, DUI fatality. Like, those numbers don't lie, and that's the problem. And so you got to do everything you can to try to prevent the drinking and the driving. TreyHelpsYouUber.com is one way to do that. So that's why we do it.
Pulling out of the neighborhood, because we live in the same hood.
Yeah.
And you were just going by the Waffle House. Did you notice that new pothole that's right there this morning? Yeah. And I mean, it's a pretty one. It's probably 2 inches deep and 3 feet wide. I mean, I haven't seen one like that. And hopefully that's a drainage for the overflow.
Hopefully.
I doubt
I'll tell you, infrastructure is a massive issue in South Carolina and in the Lowcountry. But let me make this very clear. I don't think it's Mayor Haney's fault. I don't think it's Mayor Cogswell's fault. I think it is Columbia. We send so much money from the Lowcountry up to Columbia, and we're not getting it back to put in our roads. And don't forget about the gas tax in 2016 that we agreed to. I hadn't seen any roads fixed from that. Have you?
No.
Exactly.
No.
So it's kind of one of those things that we've really got to focus on getting the road struck, and Columbia needs to send us some more money because we're sending them so much money. They need to send us some more money so we can fix the roads and fix the infrastructure, because I know our mayors around here are working so hard to get that done.
Was that the penny state tax?
Yeah.
Just one
gas tax. In 2016, they promised it was going to fix the roads if we raise taxes, but only roads that are getting fixed are in the upstate.
Yeah, I can say a little bit more about that, but I'm not. I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
We're going to be polite.
What can local drivers do right now to reverse that trend and to make Charleston safer?
Just be smarter, right? Just be alert. Don't get in your phone. Follow the hands-free law. If you've had a few, take an Uber or Lyft or call a friend. Just do the common sense things that we can do. And as hard as this is to say, just be patient. Right? When people get impatient on the road, trying to get to and from, which is a lot easier to say than do.
Yeah.
Right. But just be impatient. I mean, be patient. Be patient and just try to focus to get from point A to point B. Give yourself enough time. Just sit back and enjoy listening to the radio, and just you'll get there.
Yeah.
Just don't try to cause an accident, because then everybody else is going to take even longer.
And I know a lot of people get impatient. You know,
Yeah.
I think I told you the story is probably close to 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I got impatient during the Christmas shopping and pulled into the wrong lane, didn't look, and had very small minor accident. But it was because I was impatient. If I would have just waited another 3 seconds to look both ways, make sure everything was coming, and you know, it was my fault. There was no alcohol, nothing. The young lady was all shook up and everything, but everything was great.
Yeah, and it's a lot easier said than done to be patient like that, right?
Yeah.
But if you can just do it, because just think about it, if you're impatient and cause that, you're going to cause everybody else behind you a horrible time, because it's going to take way too long.
Yeah, one real quick question.
Yep.
Your Uber, your $10 Uber discount, does that work out of state as well?
Nah, it's only in the Lowcountry. Only in the Lowcountry. So go to TreyUber.com to snag that, and just be safe.
Yeah, I understand that. Always a pleasure, my friend.
Appreciate
Thank you so
you.
very
Thank you.
much. Appreciate it. We've got more Lowcountry Live right after this, so stay with us.